Art of Relationships radio show is copyrighted. No one is to use any part of the show without express written consent from myself, Greg Tazinski, or the Art of Relationships. Thank you.
Welcome to the Art of Relationships radio show. Greg welcomes live calls from listeners in helping with numerous marital and relationship problems. There will be no more tit-for-tat arguments. Greg gets to the root of couples' challenges in a rapid, matter-of-fact format, plus applies compassion and humor. Join in discovering how to improve your relationship and your own life. Listen, laugh, and climax. Greg is a licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan. To others, he's simply known as Detroit's love guru.
Hey everybody, welcome! So you can see my mug, just a sec. There you go. So hopefully everybody can see my mug. Happy Tuesday, people. Hopefully everybody, excuse me, had enjoyable Memorial Day weekend. And also we need to make sure we're Memorial Day weekend generate and give thanks to all the veterans out there. Not only the veterans, to the service people out there in the helping fields, firefighters, the police, and risking their lives to save others. A huge props out to them. Thank you very much to everybody out there in the service industries. And we are kicking off the Art of Relationships radio show. I took a little extended break last week and coming back to you live as always, Monday through Friday. Well, actually this week will be Tuesday through Friday with Art of Relationships radio show. At noon Eastern Time, okay? As always, share the live video for a chance to win my ebook, The Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. And I usually share the winners on either Friday afternoon or Monday morning. Today, I'm going to share last week's winners a little bit later on today. So, going to talk about, it's summertime, right? Everybody talks about summertime love, right? The itch to, a lot of people unfortunately might want to get out of relationships. It's summer. They want to be free. They want to just date and not be in long-term relationships, okay? Not a wrong thing. Not at all. I'm always, about promoting happiness, promoting loving, ongoing relationships, and, marriages that, the love that you always craved. That's my philosophy. But there are those, I don't want to leave anybody out, there are those out there that are all about casual relationships. And I'm going to get into, these situations, and are you, people that say they just want to date casually might not look at the whole picture. They might look at, there's no drama, there's no strings attached. I don't have to commit to anybody. And, everybody assumes, guys are down for this. Not always. There's a lot of guys that want committed, healthy relationships, just like women. But there's also a lot of women out there that do not want a committed relationship. They want to, play around. They don't want to be tied down. And it's not a right or wrong thing. So we look at, everyone talks about casual relationships. And what the hell does that mean? Are you having sex with multiple people? Why don't I just put that out there? Do you have rules? And what are your rules about having a casual relationship? And do they, sort of align with somebody else? Say you're casually dating 2, 3, 4 people at once. Are you all on the same page? Do you know you're dating other people? And are you open and honest about it? Are you gonna, be deceitful? And not be honest about it and just tell these people, whatever, it's none of their business and go about with that. With casual relationships, or if you have friends with benefits, maybe, is there a different thing? You decide the rules, not me. But I'm going to give you some things to look at if you are looking at dating and, you just want to date around casual relationships, that you don't want a long-term thing. Again, people that are going to say you're crazy, whatever, it's your life. It's not a right or wrong thing. It's one of those situations to where what works for you, that's fine. It's healthy for you. You're not hurting yourself, not hurting anybody else. But the things to consider with casual relationships, people, okay. Now, are there the same rules? Maybe you're in a casual relationship, you're going to date around, but you agree, you're not going to have sex with anybody that you're dating casually, okay? Great. No big deal, right? Again, it's your rules. Are you telling the people you're dating that your rule is? Well, hell no, Greg, because that means I might not ever go out on dates ever again if they know I'm not going to put out or have sex with them. You know what? You need to be open and honest with your rules of the casual dating game, okay? And I'm not in the game playing at all. Even in casual relationships, you need to be upfront. You know what? I just want to date around, see what happens. I'm not looking potentially for a long-term relationship. Be open, be honest, okay? We look at some, criteria. So again, I'm all about being open and being honest with your intent, people. Again, it's not a right or wrong. You're looking at the intent of your actions and what you want from that situation, okay? Now, you look at what also is casual dating for you. Can you handle it? What happens if you really like somebody? Oh, I don't want a long-term relationship. All of a sudden you like somebody that also, doesn't want a long-term relationship, and they just want to date casually, okay? And all of a sudden, are you going to get jealous? Are you going to be okay with that? What happens if they sleep with other people? And you know what? Are you going to get jealous? Are you going to be okay? After all, you said you want a casual relationship. So what happens, right? If you get closer emotionally with somebody, but you know what? They're not getting emotionally close with you or anybody else. Are you going to be able to handle it? After all, this is what you want, right? So I want you to be prepared. Are you ready for the emotional aspects of casual dating? Some people, everyone assumes men can cut off their emotions. Hell no. There's a lot of men that are emotional too, that get attached, just like women. And there are women out there that can just say, you know what, I'm just having sex with you. This is fun. That's all I want. Peace and out. That's it. And the guy is saying, you know what, I love you, I want just you. And you're saying, no, peace out. What happens? How are you going to handle that if someone sort of falls for you and you just want to date casually? Are you going to be prepared to tell them, you know what, I told you, I just want to date casually. I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. And are you prepared to block their number, okay? This goes for men or women, right? Are you able to handle it, and what would you do in that case? Let's go back to the jealousy aspect about, what happens if you end up, you're not expecting anything and it happens. You fall for somebody, okay? This is for men and women. Doesn't matter, okay? You fall for somebody. And they're like, you know what, I told you I just want a casual thing. And a lot of people, if they feel someone getting too emotionally close, and, when you say you just are dating casually and they feel somebody getting emotionally close, they're going to cut you off. They're going to block your number, maybe. They're going to cut you off. Or, you know what, I told you I'm just casually dating. If you get emotionally close to me, that's up to you. But I'm telling you where I stand. And you know what? It's in your ballpark, so to speak, what you do with it, how you handle it, right? So what happens if you are dating casually and you are having sex with this person and you're emotionally attached to this person now and they're having sex with everybody else, or maybe another person or two? Are you going to be able to handle it? Are you going to, tell yourself, you know what, after all, this is what I asked for? Or are you going to pull yourself back out of it to prevent you from getting more emotionally hurt or crushed? A lot of people go into casual, dating relationships, or they go into situations with friends with benefits, and they assume how it's going to play out. They assume what's going to happen. They, how they're going to always be in control, and then that script gets flipped. Usually, in casual dating and friends with benefits situation, you know what? I'm going to say 95% of the time, this high, and I could be way exaggerating this. I don't think so. One person, the man or woman, is going to get emotionally closer than, one person wanted. Okay? One person is going to want a long-term relationship, and one person, if that other person doesn't feel the same and keeps it, you know what? We agreed. We want to keep it on, casual thing, just dating, no big deal. This is where I want you to be able to get in a situation to where, you know what? It's going to happen. You are emotionally going to get attached, or that person's going to get emotionally attached to you, and how it's going to happen. And usually it's not going to end well unless that person feels the same for you. Their feelings are reciprocated, that they're in love with you, they're close with you, they want a long-term situation, okay? Now, when you start casually dating, say, people date with hopes of getting a long-term relationship, okay? This might be a little bit different. You're telling somebody, you know what, I'm going to date until I find someone to find a long-term relationship with, okay? With casual dating, typically, you have no intention of a long-term relationship, okay? Do they happen out of casually dating? Absolutely. There's a lot of times where a lot of people end up with the situation of getting hurt and getting crushed. Even they realize, they know going into it, you know what, I don't want any emotional attachment, forget that, I don't want the drama, I just want to have fun, and that's it, okay? So you need to be able to look at, also with casual dating, I talked about sex. What happens if you're casually dating, but you're only going to have sex with one of those 3-4 people you're casually dating, right? Are those people going to get jealous? Or are you going to get jealous if, one of the guys you're dating or women you're dating, they're having sex with you, but they're having sex with somebody else as well, or 2 or 3 people, okay? Do you set rules for it? Or, do you just go by your own rules and, just frickin' go by the wayside with everything else? There are no rules to casual dating. You might want to think about that, okay? Some people go into it, I'm casually dating, there are no rules. But somebody else might have rules. So you want to be on the same page with casually dating. Also, going into the situation, people, is it going to be confusing for you? What happens if you're casually dating 2, 3 different people and, you know what? Are you okay with that? Are you going to get confused, okay? Someone calls you, oh, hi, Joe. Oh, no, it's Scott. Or, hi, Mary. Oh, no, this ain't Mary. This is Lisa. Are you going to get confused about who you're talking to, who you're not? And some people can't keep that straight, and they get so confused, and they think casual dating is for them, and it's what they want, and they realize, you know what, it might be more trouble and more problems than than you thought it would create. You're going after it with no drama, right? You're going to realize there are going to be drama, any type of relationship, being casual, being any type of situation. Like I said, it could become confusing if you're dating quite a few people at once. It can be overwhelming because somebody might want to take you out. You have 5 people, 3 people wanting to meet up with you on the same day, same time. So how are you going to be able to handle that, okay? Again, it's not a right or wrong. It's a situation of what works for you and what doesn't. Now, I'm just trying to help you realize, issues to think about when you go into, you want to start casually dating and you're not looking for a serious relationship or a long-term relationship, okay? The rules. Are you on the same page with everybody else that is looking at just casually dating, okay? Now, we talked about the jealousy issues. We talked about the confusing issues. You know what? Are you okay having sex with multiple people if that's what you want? Or are you okay with somebody else having sex with other people other than you? A lot of people think they can handle casually dating. But, you know what? When the reality sinks in, I don't want people to get their hearts broken, and I know that's not your intent. But a situation comes up where that might happen. So you need to look at it. For those people that want to casually date, you know what? Think about it, okay? I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, but I want you to think about what happens, how are you going to handle it if you get emotionally attached to one person. Greg, I'm not. I already prepared myself for that. You know what? Things happen. Or if somebody is getting emotionally attached to you and you don't want that, how are you going to handle it? Are you going to feel guilty? Are you going to feel shameful? And these are all issues that people deal with casually dating. They don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to hurt themselves. You need to be open and honest, number one, with yourself and what you want, what your rules of casual dating are, not only the dating aspect, the sexual aspects about that, and also, what about the other people that are involved that you are dating? What are they want? What are their rules? And I want people to be open and honest. And we know, Greg, if people are shaking their head listening to me right now, watching this, saying, Greg, you're in a fantasy world because no one's going to be open and honest. I want you to be open and honest, right? You can't control anybody else. The only thing you can do is have integrity within yourself and be open and honest in what you want, okay? You look for the pitfalls. Yes, there are pitfalls in casual relationships as well, okay? We could look at, safe sex, STDs and all that. Looking at the emotional aspects about it. How do you handle it? What do you want about that situation? And also with casually dating, if you're casually dating, who pays for the dates? And I don't want to hear this, ladies, about, the guys always pay. So the guy can go broke casually dating while the woman gets free meal all the time. No. If you're casually dating, right, it should be, right, Dutch, why don't you each pay for your own stuff if you're casually dating? What's wrong with that? That's how I feel it should go. And I'm not going to be, if I'm casually dating and that's all I want, why am I going to be paying for someone's, meal or anything else going out all the time? Is that fair? It's 2018, right? Why don't you share that situation? I know there's going to be people out there that are tell me I'm crazy. Greg, that's stupid, whatever. Men are all about that. No, it's 2018. And we're talking it's casually dating, right? It's a different ball game. So you need to be prepared. If you're casually dating, you need to pay your fair share too, guys and ladies, right? It's only fair. So these are some things to think about with casually dating, and I want you to be okay and open and discuss your rules of the game with casually dating, and hopefully somebody else is going to be open and honest with you, okay? I want you can have fun, but I want you not to sell yourself out. I want you to be, loving and respectful to you, but also, have integrity within yourself and be open and honest what your intentions are with casually dating, what you expect, what you don't expect, and you go from there and you have fun, okay? So, remember, catch me live, the Art of Relationships radio show, every day, Monday through Friday, 12 noon Eastern Time. Share the live video on your timeline for a chance to win my ebook, The Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. Okay, you can also get that on Amazon.com as well. So, peace and love to everybody out there. Check out my website, theartofrelationships.org. Take care. Peace.